Whenever I speak, and I speak a lot professionally, when the wannabes talk to me, the very first thing I tell them is give up.
Yeah.
Music is not identical to book writing, but people have no fucking idea how difficult it is to be successful.
Oh yeah.
There's an old Don Henley song. The song's not that great, but the lyric is good. How bad do you want it? Not bad enough. I remember the first day of law school, the counselor comes in and they say, if you're here to be in the entertainment field, you should drop out right now. I didn't want to go to begin with. I thought about dropping out. And then I said, turns out I'm the only person who needed to be in it that badly. And I can tell you, people, you want to have a house, you want to have a family, you want to have cars, you want to send your kids to college. Don't be in a creative field.
Well, that's what you
It is almost impossible.
in your podcast, Michael Connolly. That's what you talk about. He talks about that too. Yeah, but his parents were
Michael
support
Connolly had a career as a writer. He was
beforehand.
a
Yeah, no, yeah, but his
journalist.
parents were,
That used to be a way to make a living as a
yeah,
writer. I know someone, a friend of mine's kid, got a master's in journalism, tried and had to give up. There were no jobs.
yeah.
People should not do this. You should be a fan. Music is even harder. It's a little different. What people don't realize is this is one of the things I like about music as opposed to TV or movies. I'm going to be really negative now. I'm going to turn off a lot of the audience because
Do it.
I am the, if you hear all this and you say at the end of the day, shit, that makes me, but I still have to do it, fine. Okay. But when it comes to music, the people in it, about the most they can say is had a good beat and I could dance to it.
Oh yeah.
You put a 5-year-old in front of a TV show, okay, with prompting, they can do 5 or 10 minutes. Oh, the characters weren't believable, the story didn't make sense, etc. Everybody can write. They learn that in school, okay? So they think they can be a writer. Let me start with the primary. A, all of these factories, all of this stuff is complete horseshit. I read a lot, okay? And I tended not to read books, but my girlfriend bought me a Kindle in 2009, and now I've been reading voraciously, mostly fiction
Only on
thereafter.
Kindle,
I get, nature of my life is I get sent a lot of books.
I'd
So
imagine.
if someone sends me a book, I'll read. The anti Kindle thing, I mean, you don't have enough time for me to be angry and break enough norms. Let me get this straight. People are on their phone all day long. They're in front of their laptop or desktop, but they can't read a book on a
Mm-hmm.
screen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I went to school. I remember lugging books back and forth. People don't even do that anymore. The kids that you think the kids today are going to be in physical books. I'm not talking about coffee table books, etc. If you know anything, and people are so standoffish they don't know, is that the e-ink technology using a Kindle is such it is harder to read a book on an iPad. My girlfriend does it, but it's easier on the eyes. And you can I remember somebody sent me a book, very good. I can't remember the name right now, just recently, about the a woman who traces her family during World War II. He sends me the physical book. It's almost unreadable because the type is so damn small.
Yeah.
I'm used to a Kindle, and on a Kindle, you can change the type to whatever size you want.
Mm-hmm.
But because it doesn't understand, this is, the publishing business is so small. And, the music business, unfortunately, starting about 30 years ago, started to, people started to wear suits, etc. It's a down and dirty street business. Where the book business, where there's a lot fewer zeros involved, it's about status, okay? And the money's less important. And so there's a lot of BS
Mm-hmm.
involved. So if you go to the end consumer, when I first got my Kindle, every book was under $10. It was a whim to buy a book. And that is exactly what Bezos wanted to do. But no, there's a value in books, just like there was a value in records. We have to pay $14 for 10 songs. They raised the price. Now a physical book can be the same price as a digital book. I don't like to be raped, okay, which is what they're doing to me. They could grow the audience with
Mm-hmm.
digital books, but they won't.